We've got an awesome lineup. It's our first episode of 2021, and we are going to focus on one question, as you know. What does the modern media plan look like in 2021? Next, Aron North joins us as the CMO of Ultra and Mint Mobile, the fastest growing brand in wireless. Aron has been a tour de force when it comes to bringing fresh thinking and disruptive behaviors to both brands, and he's received multiple Cannes Lions, Addies, and Effies over his career. Welcome, Aron.
Thank you. Hi, Gary. What's up, buddy?
What's up is you've got me fired up with that basketball hoop back there, like I'm jonesing.
Oh, man, because world champs, baby.
Listen, I'm very happy. I own an obnoxious amount of LeBron James rookie cards, and I need him to capture a couple more rings. You don't happen to have the actual basketball near you, do you?
I've got basketballs in my garage, yeah.
Okay, because I think I want to see around the room because I hope you're not dodging it because I was going to make you take a shot. It was going to be a big moment here. Anyway, Mint, such an interesting challenger brand doing some really creative stuff. Let's interstitial some of that creativity, but the core question, the media dollars.
Yeah.
Any big shifts for you in 2021 off of the back of what we've seen, lower, mid, or upper funnel? Any new things in digital? Have you added TikTok? Have you taken away Facebook? Have you added print? Have you taken it away? Give us a lay of how y'all are thinking about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, awesome, by the way, so far, all the speakers, and I can talk to the small brand because we're small. We're growing like crazy, but we are small. And I think what's important for us is that we're a direct-to-consumer brand, so you're going to think and see a lot of the performance marketing tactics, but we run different, man. We do a different game. So I believe there are a couple of media principles that aren't being applied, and as the CMO, it's my job to make sure we're thinking about the broader business, not just a single tactic of performance. And the thing I think a lot of people are missing today is risk. I don't think people are putting enough risk into their media plans. So I take our media budget and I take 10% of that and I put it into the unproven, the unknown, the untested. And those don't always have to be digital tactics as well. They don't have to be performance tactics. I was reviewing what we did this last year and we did some crazy stuff that just brands weren't doing. Like when the pandemic hit on Friday the 13th, stay-at-home order comes in California, we immediately started pulling down our media spend. But we can, because we have a performance media plan where we can turn down television immediately. We can turn down digital immediately. So we did that. And we didn't take that money and keep it. We reapplied it back to our consumer base by giving them free data upgrades, right? So that's a choice we made. It was risky because it stopped the influx of new customers, but it took care of existing. And I think that was a risk because it was unproven, but it saved our asses, man. Like our churn dropped dramatically because we were taking such good care of our customers. And we've inserted new things. We're doing things.
Farming, I'm sorry to interrupt, just for everybody here, farming versus hunting, right?
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people are so obsessed with new when so much of business growth, and back to the small businesses on here, because small businesses are so obsessed with the new. One of the reasons I was able to build my dad's business in such a substantial way was I was obsessed with keeping everyone we got.
Yeah. And look, so Christmas just passed, or the holiday season. We took media dollars out of our media budget and put it into holiday cards. We sent every single one of our subscriber a stamped envelope holiday card. There was no sales message. There was nothing in there. It just had some light Ryan creative in there. And people loved it.
Let's talk about what the Ryan creative is, because a lot of people may not know. Reference what that's all about.
So in 2019, November of 2019, Ryan Reynolds bought Mint Mobile. So he is now one of our owners. He's the tour de force on creative. He's an absolute just gem to work with, brilliant, creative, strategic guy. And I'm really excited. We may have some content dropping later today.
No, okay. Oh, nice. I like that. Now I'm hyped. He is a juggernaut of culture. I agree with that. What about biggest learning about media for you, Aron? We're all learning. I'm in this every day. I think I'm as good as it gets. I'm proud of my work, and I'm stunned how on a weekly basis I learn a new little thing. So we're all always learning. Anything stand out as a good learning for you during COVID? Because again, like I mentioned earlier, for a lot of us leaders, it was a year where we could get a little bit deeper. So as you were going through that, anything stand out? Like, I didn't realize LinkedIn did this, or wow, podcasts do that. Or when I ask that question, does anything spark?
Yeah, but it's not one singular thing. We've had, the very early days of the pandemic were very difficult. I think everybody's business was struggling. But as we started to emerge and, the fear left, but uncertainty was still there, we realized it was an opportunity to stretch, push, and grow. So we started pushing for that. And we launched a new product, the Unlimited plan. We didn't have that before. And it's crazy because I think, this is going to sound so blatantly obvious, but when you have a good consumer offer and smart creative and you're not trying to be too clever, like just get it out there, everything hit at once. Like everything started working. So our digital budgets expanded, our TV budgets expanded. We're doing more like classic direct mail. That might be a big shocker for most people, but we're doing more direct mail than ever, and it's performing. People are stuck at home and they're checking the mailbox. So direct mail has been a real killer, which was.
Do you find direct mail play differently geographically, financially? I did a lot of direct mail for my dad's business and trying to give some education to people thinking about direct mail, for certain things, higher income levels, for certain things, much lower income levels, mile radius awareness overlays. Like how detailed into that direct media do you see?
Yeah, so we've got a really interesting program where we don't use your traditional vendors like a Valpak or a Velasys or any of those. What we've done is we went with a company who centered themselves on creating direct-to-consumer partnerships. So the brands that we're next to in this mailer are the Caspers, Warby's, Dollar Shaves, Hims, and the piece is premium. Like it looks good. It's got good quality paper, oversized envelope. It doesn't feel like junk mail, so that helps the open rates for them. And then
it's less junky mail.
Yes, exactly.
No, but really, it's classy, not ashy. Keep going.
No, and that's been a hell of a one for us. And I think, the other thing people need to realize is they have tools in their systems they just haven't discovered yet. Like we're a wireless provider. We realized as long as we're providing a service update to the customer, we have access to do something most brands don't. We can leave a voicemail on their inbox, right? So we can do that. That's something that is unique to us, and we do it now. So we have big news coming. We've had big news in the past, and we'll let Ryan record a voicemail, or he wants to record a voicemail, I should say, letting the customers know, hey, your service just got better. And that's a media vehicle unique to us. But I challenge the people watching to really look at their business and understand if they're handing out paper receipts, can you do something special there? This personalization, customization is key, man. And you got to be able to do that. And I think if you're really looking out for the customer, your message is going to be received. For example, we're actively right now, we launched Unlimited, but the reality is you don't need it. Most people just don't need it. So we're actively telling people, hey, you're probably overpaying us, right? It's better for you to trade down and save even more money. Now, that's a sort of a terrible business decision if you're looking at short-term revenue. It's a fantastic proposition for long-term business health. And we use our own platforms for that to do the customer right. And I think if you're doing your media and your message that way, that's a customer solid, it's just going to perform better.
I appreciate that. When you think about media, because we're siloing it out here, how do you think about the contextual creative for those pipes? Do you feel the conversation's advancing to a place where those two disciplines need to be far closer? Because we've gone through this great era of really siloed executions on the infrastructure and the marketing landscape and in individual companies. As the internet grabs up more, it's a very fascinating thing to see those disciplines come back together in the corporate world. It obviously stays together in the mid and SMB world. Thoughts on that?
You mean creative and media together?
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't execute plans of just media. Like our marketing is baked into what we do. The creative is way upstream, right? We're laying out a general strategy for the year with product releases, service enhancements, and et cetera. But we're baking marketing into this. This idea of unlimited, right? Like where you don't need unlimited, we're going to trade you down, was an insight that was built at product creation. We knew we had this marketing built into it. So we put that into the plan. Ryan dropped a video about unlimited. What people didn't know was there was an Easter egg. So we went back, a couple months later and said, hey, you guys missed this. By the way, we're going to tell you you can save money. And that message is all over our media. So we're not really even selling unlimited at the time. We're selling the idea that we have unlimited, but you don't need it. So come to us.
Real quick, I apologize to interrupt because we have 1 minute. I want to give Drav Garg this question. He keeps texting and it's a good question. Aron, is there something you would consider of value in another telecom company that Mint is currently struggling to implement, or for that matter, is considering?
A value of another telecom? I'd say no. Like, we are, quite frankly, these guys they're bad. This is bad business. Like, you don't hear people say, I love my wireless provider. It's like an airline, man. Like, we're trying to do the opposite of what those guys are doing. Look, I'm envious. They have massive customer bases and gigantic budgets, but we're not that brand. And we're going to keep doing the opposite of what they're doing. They're running these games. We're doing the opposite. We're going to be straight and consumer centric.
Cheers, brother. Have a great 2021.
Good to see you.